I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Secret Empire issue number 7 as Natasha Romanoff and her team of young heroes readies their assassination attempt on Captain America. All eyes will be on them. What'll happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out. So, as with the last couple issues, we actually start off with a bit of a prologue, this time focusing on Captain Marvel and all the other cosmic heroes who are still trapped behind the shield out in space. Ultimately, they've used their time pretty well. They've managed to zero in on where exactly the Chitauri Queen eggs are, which is the entire reason the Chitauri keep bombarding them in the first place. The only problem is there's no way for them to get down there and get it. Things are pretty dire on the Alpha Flight space station, and the only reason they haven't all died yet is because Miss America has used her dimension jumping powers to gather them supplies. But morale is quickly breaking down, and they've even breached the idea that if they'll never be able to get back to their own planet, maybe they should just jump to another Earth and wait till this whole thing rides itself out. Captain Marvel refuses. Carol is still battling with a bunch of regret right now, saying that none of this would have happened were it not for the events of Civil War II, had the community not divided itself once again over a hot-button issue. It's actually a really powerful little scene. Nick Spencer goes out of his way to try and rehab Carol's character just a little bit, saying that she's a proud captain who wants to go down with the ship, even if her only hope may lay in the hands of Quasar, who is still in a coma following the original attack. Now, back down on Earth, there's a giant Hydra commencement ceremony about to begin. Captain America will be taking oaths of loyalty from the remaining members of the American Congress as to fully and completely make this Hydra takeover nice and legal. What do the Congress people actually get in return for their oath of loyalty? Well, they don't have to be prisoners anymore. Now, if you've been paying attention, or if you read the special Secret Empire Uprising title, you would know that Black Widow and the rest of the champions have already infiltrated the celebration. Most of the team is doing so very reluctantly, not wanting to have a part to play in the necessary bloodshed that's about to take place. But Miles Morales' Spider-Man's a little different. After the vision that Ulysses gave the entire superhero community at the end of Civil War II of him killing Captain America, he's a little bit more gung-ho about this. He knows that whatever happens, he will be meeting his destiny today. Black Widow, though, feels that this potential destiny kinda sucks, and as such locks Miles Morales' Spider-Man in the battle van. Natasha got to know Miles pretty well over the last couple months, and she hates the idea of him becoming a killer just like her, and as such she vows to protect him from himself. Now, our heroes are hopelessly outnumbered by Hydra soldiers and Hydra sympathizers, so what does their ace in the hole turn out to be? Well, it's that old guy we've seen in the last couple issues. You see, he's no old guy at all. He's actually the Inhuman known as Mosaic, with the power to jump into other people's bodies and control them. Hydra feared him so much they locked him inside the body of a decaying old man with Alzheimer's. Natasha manages to wake him up from this slumber, and after he hears about all the horrible atrocities that have been delivered unto the Inhumans by Hydra, he's ready for a little revenge, so he hops inside the body of the Hydra soldiers and gets them to all turn their guns on each other, creating enough chaos for our heroes to move in. Damn, Mosaic, this might be literally the coolest thing I've ever seen you do ever. Good on you. Also, I guess it's safe to assume these Hydra guys shooting each other were OG Hydra members and not just the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. who had their minds brainwashed and dried by Faustus. Yep, safe to assume that. Black Widow is ready to go all Sniper Elite 3 on Steve, but she runs into a snag in the form of the Punisher, who's been tailing her pretty much since this series started. We get a short but admittedly totally awesome fight between these two. Natasha asks Frank what on earth would make him sign up for Captain America, and as I assumed, Frank's reasoning is really sad. He says that Cap gave him an army, gave him a new way to fight his war on crime, and maybe, just maybe, a chance at peace. Moreover than that, the Punisher says Captain America shared with him secrets that he never shared with anyone else, mainly that he had hoped that once he gathered all the pieces of the Cosmic Cube, he could wish back to life anyone who died. Perhaps including even Frank's own family. Ooh, ow, ooh, that hurts. It's right around this time, too, Miles Morales' Spider-Man breaks out of his bonds and goes to Capitol Hill to meet Captain America one-on-one. Cap feels very much the same way and steps away from his guards to meet Spider-Man. And it's right around here things take a turn. turn for the real tragic. If you don't want it spoiled, hop to the end of the video, but I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together. You see, Black Widow tries to get in between these two fight and ends up taking an errant shield shot to the neck, breaking it and killing her. And this is where things get interesting. You see, Steve is horrified about what he's done. Despite all the evil he's already done up until this point, he hasn't killed any friends, not directly anyway. He gave the order, but this is the first time he's actually got his hands bloody with a friend. This turn of events causes Miles to enter a berserk fury. He beats on Captain America like there's no tomorrow, but when the moment comes, he listens to his friends and chooses to honor the memory of Natasha Romanoff by not killing Captain America. That's not to say Steve doesn't walk away from the fight scarred, quite the opposite. It's right around here he starts to take stock of everything that's happened. Rick, Natasha, Sam, Bucky, they're all either dead or trying to kill him right now. Oh, he's still brainwashed and deluded enough to think that all of this bloodshed is for the greater good of saving the world, but now it truly hits him just how alone he is. Why, even Cap's former lover and current prisoner Sharon Carter tries to take a stab at him with a shiv. It doesn't work, but it does serve to rub more salt into his ever-growing wounds. So yeah, it's at this point right here, things look hopeless for everyone, good guy and bad guy alike, and yet it's at moments like this when all seems lost that a hero's true mettle is tested. For the Avengers' resistance to carry on after losing their hideout, they're going to need someone to look up to. They're going to need hope. They're going to need Captain America, and Sam Wilson, after running from the mantle for a long time, is finally ready to accept it as the comic winds down. So that was Secret Empire number 7, everyone, and overall I thought it was pretty damn cool. After what I'm sure many would agree was a bit of a slow burn, everything's starting to pop off now and in a huge way. Heroes get real defining moments, and even though he totally didn't have to, Nick Spencer's going back and actually adding more weight and more gravity to what happened in Civil War as he actually pays off quite a few of the storylines from Civil War 2 here. Captain America, or Hydra Cap as we now know him, hadn't really developed much as a character in the last couple issues. I'm glad to say here we actually see that he can still be shocked and disgusted. That's not to say he's redeemable, not by a long shot, but it is showing that he's still human. And in fact, now that even he is beginning to lose faith in his mission of bringing peace to the world via Hydra, he might be more dangerous than ever before. He might be willing just to burn it all down. Sorrentino's art also really sells these great big moments. The Widow Punisher fight, Sam Wilson taking up the shield one more time, all poster quality stuff. The only one negative thing I can really say against it is perhaps this issue was not nearly as jam-packed as we have come to expect from Secret Empire issues. It's just, you know, at this point in the series, I usually expect to be able to chew on a lot more than was offered. Overall, though, I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. We are most definitely in the home stretch now of the series. So that was Secret Empire for the week, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, why not check out some of these other videos I've worked on from throughout the week. Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel across everything. Then, if you're feeling in a charitable mood, you might want to become a patron. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and podcasts before anyone, and you can do so for as little as $1. So until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thanks for watching.